Are we?
It takes a second.
Oh, it does.
Say it's like it's taken a billion years. Okay.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I'm calling the meeting to order. We've established a quorum. Will, would you give the invocation?
Sure. Please stand. Join me in prayer, please. Heavenly Father, we come to Thee, ask for Your grace and Your wisdom, that You open our minds and our hearts, that we can lead this city and a community in a thoughtful, peaceful way. Just guide and lead us always. In His name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. There being no communication from the audience, we'll move to the consent agenda items. I'd like a motion to approve the minutes from the special council meeting on June the 13th.
I'll make
Second.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like a motion to approve the minutes from the regular council meeting on June the 20th.
So move.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Passes. A motion to approve the minutes from the special council meeting on June the 27th.
So move.
I'll make a motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Moving right along. I've tried to make everyone aware in the community that Tyler County Commissioners. That's it. It's yours. That I've tried to make everyone aware that Tyler County Commissioners Court and the county judge have approved for, they've signed a contract with a debris collection company. They're going to be coming around Woodville, Ivanhoe, and all of the rural parts of Tyler County to collect debris over the next few weeks. If you have trees, branches, rubbish, just get it to the edge of the road. I had said curb before and got corrected. We don't have curbs. We had an interesting thing the other day. Greg Bostwick from KFDM Channel 6, Fox News in Beaumont, and Dan King, one of our residents, put in a weather station here by the community center. It's all real time now. You can download the app, and it's on at the App Store. It's KFDM Weather Net, all collection. The net is all in capital letters. It's really, really a cool thing. He has over 80 weather stations in this area, and you can get temperature, and it doesn't have radar, but you get wind, rain, and all the pertinent information. Update on the roads. Galahad Loop is complete as much as they're going to do. Lake Camelot Circle is complete for as much as they're going to do. Ivanhoe Drive East and Ivanhoe Drive West are complete. 14th Street is done as much as they're going to. 28th Street also. 22nd Street is about 65% complete. They're ready to put asphalt down. You'll be happy with that. Little John is 16% complete. We have submitted the drawings for the dam at Ivanhoe Lake. They've gone into TCEQ for the first round of questioning. That was kicked back with additional questions, and we've resubmitted that. We recently got all the plans for Camelot Dam, and those have been sent to TCEQ for approval, and we'll typically get a first round of questions and maybe a second round. It takes about 6 months. They work at their own pace. We're at their mercy. Of the two lakes, Lake Ivanhoe will probably be the first one to be to have construction begin, because the drawings have been in TCEQ for the longest amount of time, and that was because it was we wanted to start on the northwest side of town and move towards the east side, so that we would minimize the heavy equipment running over the new roads. So Little John is about 16%. Charmaine Drive East is on the list to be done. It's just not on the schedule yet. Ivanhoe Drive is getting close to being ready to go. Joe Blacksher, our county commissioner, would like to have been here tonight, but he was in Austin at a seminar all week, and this was his first night home, and he wanted to go home and spend it with his family. He's going to be paving part of Ivanhoe Drive. We're going to be paving part of it, and hopefully we'll get the whole road done. Mill Creek is still, it's about 6% done. It's been cleared out. You can see it from one end to the other. There's been a little bit of ditch work, but the weather has not been cooperative there. Let's see. The road crew is still actively putting in culverts all over the place. So that's really all I have for the mayor's report for this evening. Chief?
All right, good evening, council. For the month of June, we had 36 calls for service. So far for the year, we have 367 calls. Traffic stops, 39, 20 citations, 24 warnings, 2 arrests, 5 code enforcement actions, and 2 agency assists. So far for the year, 431 traffic stops, 240 citations, and 241 warnings. So we're still 50-50 across the board. It's been a busy month. We've got multiple cases going on right now. We have a big case involving the dog, so I want to thank those in the community that helped. I know Justin was instrumental in getting the Polk County ASPCA involved to help us. So we're going to be following that up to see the direction it's going.
We probably made 30 calls to different agencies, from Jasper to Orange to Beaumont to Houston. And Justin really came through with the Polk County SPCA.
And that's one of the problems that we're facing with the dog issues in Tyler, not just Ivanhoe, but Tyler County in general. We don't have a place to actually take animals to. We're going to keep chugging along. We are short-staffed right now, so we are doing the best we can. We're going to keep being there for our community, and if don't forget to, if anything's going on, don't post it on Facebook. Just reach out to the sheriff's office or City Hall. That way you can actually get in touch with one of us directly.
So the right protocol is for non-emergencies is to contact the sheriff's department's dispatch.
Well, regardless if it's a non-emergency or emergency, go to the sheriff's office. They can get in touch with us, or they can come direct during business hours. They can come up to City Hall and catch somebody. So we just want them, instead of posting it on Facebook, and then nobody knows about it, to actually, if they need an officer, to go to the sheriff's office and they can get us.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm going to skip over that. David?
Good afternoon.
Howdy.
It's been a rough week. I'm cut up, I'm bruised up, I'm bleeding. Chief, I was attacked. It was a 6.5-pound Chihuahua dog with teeth that big. But it's all good. If you're ever in that situation, tell you what to do. Throw that dang squeaky toy down and run like hell. She'll leave you alone. Other than that, we're doing good. For June, we've completed 24 work orders, or did for June. Since January 1 to date, we have completed 98 work orders this year. Presently on the schedule, we have 1 in progress, 4 work orders pending, and 8 work orders scheduled. So we're still doing good and still being able to do our obligation for the city and Texas Material, the contractor, the road contractor, as far as the culverts are concerned. We have 11 more locations. That involves about 15 culverts. At that point,
Where are those?
5 on Charmaine East, several on Sir Henry, several on Mill Creek, and I can't remember the other ones right off the top of my head.
Have we identified which ones of these driveways and sidewalks are going to have to be?
No, we were going to do the markings this morning, but the rain kind of
Okay.
goofed that up, but we are. We've had our bad lucks for sure this month and last month with breakdowns. Thank goodness for Mr. Blackshear, the loan of the backhoe. That's the only way that we have to do these culverts. And we did them okay. It was much slower with the backhoe than it is with our excavator. Excavator should be back hopefully by the end of next week. Our small dump truck with the dump bed and our patch truck, it went down. We got it back today, and it is running better than it ever has. So that was a positive thing. 11 culverts sound good. However, after this, Texas Materials and myself are going to be getting with Parker Lumber Supply, and we will begin putting out a little bit over 8,000 bags of 80-pound concrete. So, if anybody wants a summer job, come on, we can use the help.
So has LJA, or no, has Texas Materials gotten back to you with whether or not they're going to be able to palletize each job site?
Not yet.
Okay.
Preston's working on that. I hope that's the only way we're going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
That's the only way. We have not the facility to store 8,000 bags of concrete, and Parker's I don't think has that area either. But we'll get it done, just like we got the culverts.
And this is all erosion for the culverts along both sides of the culvert for building?
Yeah, instead of doing the expensive concrete poured in place bulkheads, we got it okayed through the engineers and the grant folks that we could do this in Texas Materials is furnishing all the concrete, all the rebar bars that we're going to drive through them. So
Yeah, that's grant money.
I understood.
we're-
You're
we're-
just basically stacking it up, putting
Yep.
rebar through it. You're
Yep.
building a wall.
right. We've saved how much by doing the culverts in that? Close to $2 million.
$2 million, yeah.
That's good.
So it's worth it, every penny. I'm going to bring this up, but don't ask too many questions. I was always taught, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. We have an opportunity to upgrade 22nd Street. Shall I continue?
Yes, sir, please
Okay.
do. I didn't know where you were going with that. I was getting nervous.
Me too. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. I'll just say we have an opportunity to upgrade the asphalt material to a much, much stronger, more superior, and longer lasting asphalt to do a large majority of 22nd. So that's good news. That just recently happened, as of yesterday. So it was a bit of good news that we could use. It's going to be a great job back there, 22nd Street. Everything back there will be paved except for, I think, 3 of the short streets. And we're going to work on that with our ash material and so forth and keep them in tip-top shape.
I know you didn't notice, but Miss Williams was nodding her head quite a bit while you were talking.
18th and 22nd.
Is what?
That's where I live, 18th and
Oh,
22nd.
I know. You got that beautiful place there. We'll get back over there and put some more material down. That has been
Stays.
trouble this year. Since January, we have not been able to get to the material that we get for free.
It's really nice back there in comparison where it was. I don't.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
night and day.
There's no comparison.
And just wait till Camelot Dam is rebuilt and Lakewood is done, and you'll be able to come in on clean,
Good
smooth roads all the way to your
around.
house.
I don't care what you do, just don't pave branches. We've already had that conversation. Just
We
don't
have,
do it.
we have.
Just don't do it.
We have. Leave it alone.
Just leave it
Uh,
alone.
That was good news on the materials. Let's see. Breakdown. That's really about all I have on the roads, unless y'all have some questions. Nope. Nope.
We, we need a little bit of rain, but not a lot.
We don't need any. We can't get our ash material until it stops raining for like 2 months. It's a mess out there. We just can't get in to
The
get it.
next 10 days are out of the question.
Who?
The next 10 days are out of the question.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was crying over that this morning. The guys asked me what was wrong. Told them I got attacked by a 6.5 pound chihuahua.
Should we,
Go into the dams.
no, I was thinking more about the culverts on Charmaine Drive East.
Yeah.
Is it premature? I mean, it's gonna be unpopular no matter what.
I
but,
agree. You
There's
or
gonna
shall
be,
I?
sir,
You want to or shall I?
go ahead.
Thanks.
Well, just know I have your back. I mean, we've got to do what we have to do
This
because of
has
the.
got to be done.
Yes, sir. It's
Uh,
not gonna
this-
be popular.
It's got to be done. It's the only way the grant will happen and that we can use it. And the whole thing is a drainage flood mitigation grant on Charmaine East. I know many people have, as they do all over the city, take care of their ditches, keep them mowed, keep them neatly manicured. I'm grateful. However, that is right of way. That is utility easement. The problem we have here on Charmaine East is we've got quite a few concrete driveways. We've got other concrete structures, little bridges to walk to your mailbox and so forth. There's no sense in digging ditches to grade and putting new culverts in across the road if it doesn't drain properly down the road. Some of the culverts are in bad shape. All of them, every one, is wrong sized, except those that have been put in recently. These structures are going to have to be removed. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it's going to be. Has to be, or there's no sense in even putting any culverts in on Charmaine East, which I suppose is an option. Thank you.
Say again, what was that?
I said, it's okay.
Okay.
How long do you anticipate taking to get the culverts in before you can even pave?
4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6. And now, is that going to go all the way from?
It's supposed to go from Camelot to Ivanhoe Drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm hopeful that Joe Black, our county commissioner, was going to pave Ivanhoe Drive from the monuments all the way to Charmaine Drive East. Our grant was supposed to pay for that. We had to shorten the distance, but we still have to pave from the monuments as far as we can go, and then the Joe Blacksher will pick up where we leave off and go as far as he can. And my hope is that he'll get to Charmaine drive east and be able to turn right and start going towards Chanticleer. I would love to get
Yeah.
Chanticleer all the way. Charmaine Drive east all the way to Chanticleer.
Our biggest issues with this culvert seems to be from here at Camelot, beginning there, down to about Candy Cane Park.
Yeah.
Past that, there's normal driveways, very few concrete that I can remember seeing. It's just that area from Camelot to Ivanhoe Drive that has quite a few concrete driveways. I understand the other issue there, since it is easement, since it is city property, if we have to remove them, we will cut them out neatly, remove them, replace them with the proper size pipe. But when we go back, it will be a limestone cover like we normally use on every culvert that we put in.
But you're getting a paved road.
That's true.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
Lloyd.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir. Yes, sir.
Good point. Good
It-
point.
It's
And
progress.
good drainage.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
That's a big deal.
That's the name of the game out here is the drainage. We've got to steadily, constantly work on that. That's a years-long project, but you got to
Okay.
chip away at it. Okay?
Yes, sir. Now
So
that
how are
now,
we communicating to the individuals that own the properties? Are we sending a letter to them, or are we?
I took the first one. You take this one.
I have kind of started a draft, and I've bounced it off of David to make sure that we're covering all the bases. The plan is, once we finalize what we're doing and how we're going to do it, we're going to go door to door or put them in the mailbox or something.
I'd probably do it as personal as possible.
Yeah, that's the plan. It's
And
just
that's
some of the
what you
people don't
accept.
live here full time.
Yeah, it's not, like you said, it's not a popular thing, I'm sure. We're gonna get a lot of pushback, but you guys raise the point, you're getting a paved road, you're getting proper drainage, proper sized pipes. Everything will last and do what it's supposed to for years and years to come. So it's a win-win for everybody. All right?
It just can't get done fast enough.
That's true, that's true. Move on to the dams.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Will, help me out here if I need it, because I'm not real sure, but from what I understand, the dams are on track to be started here on Charmaine the first week in August?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Okay. Okay. Any indication, I think the last time we all talked, they could get it done in as little as a week?
Just depends on what they get into.
Right, right, and how long the money
They
lasts.
said a week or two, but
Okay.
it just depends on what we get into.
Okay, okay, okay. Hopefully it won't take too long, we can get that back open. In the meantime, rainfall, trying to keep this one dry. You'll notice that we're maybe opening and closing one on one lake and closing this one, opening this one, and switching back and forth. So far, it's an antiquated system, but I think we're about to get it figured out correctly. Right now, we did open up Tristan this morning. I don't know what's going on there, but in a day's time, it went from 10 inches below the concrete there to actually going into the pipes. That came out of nowhere. Maybe it was that rain we had yesterday. Maybe it was some of the little rain we had this morning, but we had to quickly open that one so it didn't go across the road.
I mean, the springs.
It could. The more rain we get, the more active they are. Yeah, yeah. We just have to keep a close eye on it, but
Tristan comes up quick.
yeah, it does. It does. Galahad, Camelot, all look good. Trying to keep an eye on everything until we get these contractors in here to start on these dams, doing what they're doing.
Yeah, part of it is, I'm telling you, that our drainage is coming into the lake
Mm-hmm.
better because of the way that you've done the drainage has improved a lot. in
That's
that
a good
back area
point.
With your culverts, and you're feeding more water into the lake, and that's part of it.
I think so. I think so. And there's going to be some growing pains with that as well. I mean, one area may be draining right, but unfortunately, the one below it, maybe the drainage is not due to happen there yet, and we're just going to have to figure it out as we go the best way we can. Okay? Other than that, on the dams, I really don't have a whole lot. We inspect them like we should. Even Charmaine, we just don't get into the detail that we did because of what's going on with it.
We've got to get the voids filled there and then get the seams caulked.
Right, right. Okay.
And it's important that we keep on top of the caulking on the spillway because in my heart of hearts, I believe that's what's been the problem with the spillway all along. There's a lack of maintenance.
Okay. I think you're right. I think you're right over the years, yeah.
I think that the other part of that problem is the material that was used was not put down properly.
I agree.
Oh, yeah, prior to Marsh?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So if you look at the workmanship that Marsh did, and Mr. Warren found Marsh waterproofing, the job that they did is very professional. It looks like they took pride in their work, whereas the previous contractor just slobbered it on there.
It's a good choice of words for that, yeah.
Well, it
Yeah.
does conjure up an image.
It does. One I won't get out of my head for a while.
Yeah.
But dams are good, except for Charmaine right now, and we're moving forward with everything, so things should be back to normal.
And we should be caulking Galahad too
Yep.
in the not too distant future.
I agree. Okay? That it? I can sit down now?
That's all?
That's it. Thank y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Williams,
Planning and zoning did not meet this month. We will resume meetings next month.
thanks for nothing.
There, you're welcome. It's been a very busy summer for everybody.
Mr. Gregory, you're up.
The meeting was canceled and nothing to report.
Moving right along.
Moving right
telling you.
along.
Smooth as
Same.
hot butter.
Gotcha.
Okay, I need a motion for an action ordering the general election for November the 5th.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, this is one I'd like to bring to everyone's attention is the bingo. There are people that really miss the bingo, but we are not legally able to conduct bingo anymore. It has to be voted on by the community. I'm asking for a motion that we add bingo to the general election ballot.
Is it, okay, I guess we have to make a motion and we can discuss. I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Now,
Okay, discussion?
you had a question?
Yeah, I mean, so when we add it, how narrow is that? I mean, bingo is a form of gambling, that's why we have to do it. Is it just bingo? And how do we write it to where it's, that narrow to where it's clear?
It's like Catholic Church bingo.
Okay.
So it falls under the same Texas state laws that whoever does it, they have to follow Texas state laws. We simply allow it within the city limits.
Yes, we just allow them to conduct bingo in the city limits.
So APO or whoever runs it has to be able to abide by that.
You know, I'm not sure who it was. I'm not sure what group.
Friends, I think it's Friends.
Was it Friends? Okay, Friends of Ivanhoe conducted it. And a lot of people would come up here on Fridays, and it's been sorely missed.
Well,
And
no, I enjoyed it, so I just want to make sure that we set it up to where they can, that we write it in a way it clears them to operate it in a way, that's what I was curious.
we can't, all we're trying to do is to get it on the ballot to say, yes, we can have bingo within the
So it has to be
city.
a ballot, it's actually a ballot.
It has to be voted on by the community.
Understood, okay.
So, when it was first brought up that you couldn't do it in the city, the comment was, well, we'll do it at the fire station. Well, the fire station is still in the city. It falls under the same legal parameters as the city hall does. So, are we ready for a vote?
So will this allow bingo at various locations throughout the city, or does the city have to specify?
No,
where?
I don't want to get us involved in specifying where it can be conducted. We're just trying to make it where it can be played.
As long as those hosting it are legally abiding by
Yes.
Texas Gaming Commission, et
Yes.
cetera.
Yes.
All right, no further questions here?
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right. Haley, that's on the ballot. Okay, item 9. Joe Blackshear has a 90 horsepower enclosed cab. What is it? 106. I'm sorry. He has a 106 horsepower enclosed air-conditioned cab with a side mower, 4-wheel drive, that he's wanting to donate to the city.
It's running?
It's running. He was going to bring it out here today, but when he went to crank it up, the alternator was not working, so he's getting that repaired because he doesn't want to bring us something that we can't put to work day one. So we're real excited about this because it's an older tractor, but it's in good shape. It runs fine. It puts us in a category where we can now begin to look for an asphalt reclaimer that could be a 3-point hitch hookup with a power takeoff, where we can go and hit some of these roads and grind them up into little marble-sized pieces and pack them down and have them be 100 times better than what they are today.
Well, I make a motion, we graciously accept Joe Blackshear Commissioner's donation of said equipment.
I have written up a transfer agreement. He's had his legal look at it. We're good to go. I just need a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. In your packets, we have a number of items on the budget line, with budget lines that are well over the budgeted amount. A lot of this stems from the truck that ran into the lake and was totaled out, the removal of the equipment that went into it had to be pulled and put into other vehicles. A lot of insurance came in. We leased a new truck. There's just so many moving pieces in this. I don't really want to go line by line, but if you could look at the budget recommendation report that's in your packet.
I looked it over. It's
I can tell you
pretty
that
thorough.
that Will and I went through the budget in detail, but he and Haley sat down and came up with the lines that. Where is it here? I don't see it.
It's right after your equipment transfer agreement on the back page.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So you can see that this will put if you want, I can go down the list here. Ma'am?
So I can read, thank you.
Okay, all right. So the big one is moving $10,000 from the city administrator's line item to supplies and equipment for basically the police department. A lot of the equipment that had to be purchased for the new vehicle. We had a $7,000 line that we budgeted for culverts, and it's been, nothing has moved on that particular line item. The sales and purchases have all gone into road materials. So we're moving that to equipment repair in the road crews department because of the Bobcat had a fuel tank, a poly fuel tank, and apparently that's a weak link or a known issue, and they were in short supply. David and his crew found found one where? Baytown? And bought it on site and had to go pick it up and get it to the repair shop. The Mini X is in the shop getting work, and then we had to have work done to the 3/4 ton truck. So we're moving monies around that are over forecast or have monies left.
submitted within the same category, those particular ones for the, then they're all within the road, city repair, road repair budget.
No, some of the dollars that are moving are coming from line items in various places around the budget.
Yeah, they all seem pretty.
When we developed this budget last August, intention was to be here for the entire year through March. And so we budgeted for him, we budgeted for Haley to train, and we had a clerical assistant. Well, CD left in January, so there's excess dollars there because of his departure. And that's where a bulk of this funds is coming from.
Also, Haley was in the clerical category, and she's since been moved to, when she was moved to treasurer, moved into the administrative line item.
So this is just a matter of balancing these line items out.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank
Having
you.
reviewed the budget amendment, well, you haven't called for a motion, so.
Pardon me?
I was about to make a motion, but you haven't called for a motion.
Can I have a motion to accept the recommended changes in dollars from one line item to a new line item to make the budget balance out for the balance of the year?
Having reviewed the budget amendments, I approve we accept said budget amendments.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Good job. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Haley.
You're welcome.
Ms. Williams, you're up. You're not? Okay. Do we go to an intermission? Okay.
I had to get to my
Thank you, ma'am.
treasurer's report. Okay, we're on. All the financial, I feel like I'm really quiet. All the financial documents were received on July 10th and sent out to council on July 11th, along with the accountant's financial reports and the reconciliation details for each account. State Comptroller direct deposited $7,142 on July 12th for sales and use taxes that were collected in April and reported to the Comptroller in May. Last year in the same month, we received $7,372, and last month the sales tax deposit was $7,267. June ad valorem taxes were received July 15th, totaling $18,530, with $15,553 going to maintenance and operations and $2,977 for the interest and sinking fund. The calculated balance of delinquent taxes stands at $282,012 as of June 31st, which is the accumulated amount from 2010 to present. The calculated balance. No. The calculated balance of unpaid taxes, penalties, and interest for Ivanhoe North has lowered to $4,849 from $4,882 that was last month's amount. So we're getting like $20 or $30 here and there from, which is better because it was, for months and months it was, I think, $53.02. So we're getting a little bit here and there. The total pledging for Citizen State Bank did not exceed the $250,000 FDIC limit, and therefore CSB did not pledge. We don't have as much money moving through that account, so we haven't been hitting that big deposit limit. Our text class interest rate has remained in the 5.2% area throughout another month. Last month, we had the fiscal year 2023 audit done. Goff and Harrington came in, and they had actually scheduled for 3 days. They only had to stay for one here in the city, so we were able to get them in and out fairly quickly. The city did very well, coming in within 1% of the budget goal for the year. So there was a $2,400, I think, difference between what was budgeted and what was actually spent and came in. So they did a really, really good job preparing for fiscal year 23 with the budget. So
I think they mentioned your name particularly,
They
having
did.
done a great job.
they did. CD set me up really well. I was able to find everything that I needed fairly quickly to get them to them ahead of time and while they were here, so it was able to move the process along a lot faster. The information was filed with GLO, TDA, and SEC. That's also public information, so if anybody has any questions for budgets, where the money's going, what's going on with it, they can put in a request for it and they can come look at it all they want to, and they can, if there's any questions. After reviewing the totals for the various departments, budgets are correct, bank statements have been reconciled, and I believe the June financials can be approved.
Make a motion that we approve June financials.
Have a
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Good job, thank you. No, I think that concludes our meeting. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, sir. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We're done.